Barcelona 5, Elche 0. We just got our first real look at Flick's new Barcelona team. Man, this is crazy. This lineup was vicious, man. The 5-0 away from home to Elche. Yeah, and the five goals weren't even the most impressive part of this game, man. I love the movements and how the players got in sync in the second half because all summer long, I've been, wondering what the new version of Flick is gonna look like. What's what is he gonna play? Who's gonna play up top? Who's gonna be the striker? But we just got a real feel of what Flick is thinking right now. The game has started. The season has started. I'm excited. We heard about the pace, pushing the pace, direct football, and I was looking forward to seeing how pacey Adeyemi really is because I really didn't pay attention to the German league that much, and we all were wondering where the goals are going to come from. Right, where are they going to come from? And now we finally seen it. The goals came from everybody, pretty much up front. And now I'm definitely not crowning Barca as a champion right now. No, no, no. It's early. This is just the first game. I'm not gonna give him that after the first game, even as a Barca fan. No, let's forget the score for a second, right? Because what really caught my attention wasn't just that Barca scored 5 goals, right? It was how the 5 goals were scored. And I think we just got our first real view point and blueprint of how Barcelona is thinking of playing the season and how Flick is going to set up this squad. Pace changes everything. The pace is going to be crucial to this team, and the transition play will be crucial to this team. Let's start with what really jumped out at me, right? The pace, like I said, and and the Adeyemi is at the forefront of leading this pacey team. And not to talk about Gordon coming on in the second half, maybe they can even alternate. Gordon starts and Adeyemi comes on to push more pace. He scored on his debut, beautiful moment, and what a relief to actually have that goal come on so early, and that takes a little bit of weight off his shoulders. Really, scoring right before halftime too made it almost impossible for Elche to even think about coming back. And then once that second goal went in, the floodgate pretty much was open. That's one hell of an introduction to your new team. Love it, man. And here is what really interests me, right? Even more. It's not just that he is fast, right? It's the speed with which he forces the defense to react to him. If you are defending Barcelona, right, and you know somebody like Adeyemi is running at you and can get behind you, and suddenly you find yourself trying to squeeze, you actually cannot squeeze everything towards the middle of the field because you don't want to make the pitch small, right? And if you do that, or if you're even thinking about doing that, you are like, if I step up, oh shit, if I step up, who am I leaving behind me? Maybe Rafinha down the middle, Yamal on the right coming through, for even Fermin coming through the middle as well. That creates a lot of space. Space for Fermin, like I said, and Rafinha coming through. That is insane. Even for the midfield and Pedri to have runs in, Bernal to have runs in, and even the fullbacks are coming through too. The overloads. Whew. I cannot wait to see more games under Flick using this new system. Mm. Oh man, it's just mouth watering, to see what lineup Flick is going to come up with every week, and even in the Champions League games. That's the part I'm really excited for. Not just how many goals is Adeyemi going to score, and or Gordon is going to score, or Rafinha is going to score. I mean, I feel like Rafinha could probably score much more goals than he did 2 seasons ago. It's just how many problems they are going to create for a lot of teams that are trying to go toe to toe with Barcelona. You're not going to be able to outscore them. And Flick then brings on Gordon in the second half, yeah, and says, "Hey, push him up some more, push the pace some more." And you're like, "Oh, you thought the pace was leaving the pitch? Gordon bringing the heat back on." Yep, and immediate impact, boom, assist, Rafinha, Boom, Fermin within minutes, back-to-back assists in less than a few minutes apart. That is crazy. That is where the story really gets scary. Is you don't know where the assist or goal is going to come from, and that unpredictability is what I really love seeing this first game, because we're not just adding fast players, right? It's the potential to have defense stretching players with options to pass or shoot or to get easy tap ins and not make goal scoring as difficult. And for a Barcelona team that sometimes have been accused of being too predictable, this brings out the unpredictability and directness. And I love it. And that matters a lot, especially in big games where teams expect you to do one thing. You have a central striker and all of that. And speaking of strikers, do we really need a number 9? Yes, I get we are trying to sign Alvarez, but to me, Alvarez is not really a typical number 9, and I think Rafinha could fill that role. You know, do we need a number 9? Where do people think the goals are going to come from, though? I don't know, but we have a blueprint today of how the goal sharing would be. Because we didn't really start this game with a traditional number 9, as people were expecting Hamza to start, right? I was thinking Hamza was going to start too, but I was also thinking at the back of my mind that Rafinha could fill that role because he can play the role that Alvarez can play, and yet Barcelona scored 5 with Rafinha and Fermi getting braces. So, I mean, you can say it's a penalty. I mean, I get it, but still, he created the penalty. He created his own luck. The movement, the quickness, the sense of awareness to cut back, forcing the defender to clip him, to react. I mean, so I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, all 5 games came from a tactical, open play. No, but it's just, I mean, the other 4 showed a clear blueprint of how Barcelona is going to play. We got Adeyemi, Fermin, Adeyemi, Rafinha, Fermin again, and yeah. I love the unpredictability of this team. Different players attacking different spaces, and that is what really interests me the most. I am so eager to see how this attack gels. Let's look at this highlight right here, right? Look at the separation. That separation. That ball came in early, easy tackle. Look at the separation. Go back a little bit. Look at the separation. Right there. Look at that speed burst. That ball comes in early, easy tackle. Easy tackle. Look at the sense of awareness. A cutback, intelligence, boom. Yeah, options. Pass to your mouth, cutback. Or cutback and pass. So many options. Killed it. Right there, Rafinha. Love it. Tucked it in nicely on his left. Uncatchable. Pace, power, and precision. Side net, almost uncatchable. Look at that composure. Boom! Even if the keeper dove yesterday, he's not catching it. I think Adeyemi was passing that. Look at that. Don't worry. I felt so bad for Gavi on this one. He got hurt. And when Pedri came in here, he changed the entire game. The calmness, the composure, the conduction of the midfield. And not to talk of Rodri. Jeez. Oh, real stop. I hope he comes back. Look at this play. Adeyemi knew if he kept running, he would probably get offside, right? So he slowed down, made a little bit of a move inside, and then pushed back outside. And boom, gets it. One touch, bam. That's the directness that is going to break a lot of teams, because as teams get the ball and they want to push our immediate press, after we lose it and we recover the ball, we push the ball and we get the breakaway. We don't let them get set at all. Look at that. Bam! One touch. Boom. In there. That's another. Woo! This would have been nice, though. Miss Bappen, yeah. It's crazy, though. But, man, different players attacking different spaces. That's what I want to see. That is what really interests me. I love it. I cannot wait for this team to gel, man. Maybe Flick doesn't really need an attack that revolves around one striker. I don't really think that is an efficient way to play. I want all my forwards to be versatile, fast, can control, can finish, can run into space, and not be so predictable. Maybe the bigger idea is just getting multiple players into those dangerous areas. 1 minute is Rafinha, the next minute is Adeyemi running the spaces, and then Fermin arriving from the middle. You got Yamal on the right doing his thing. Oh, I know he was a little lackluster today, but still, give him time. Hey, it's just one game, okay? And then Gordon flying into space when he comes in the second half. How you gonna deal with all of that? How are you gonna deal with all the space? I cannot wait, man. That is difficult for even the most elite of defenses to come in and defend all this space coming at you, man. You're like, okay, we stopped Barcelona, okay? I mean, they come in and say we stopped Barcelona, right? And I'm saying, yeah, we stopped their number nine. No, we don't have a number nine. We have three number nines up front. How you gonna deal with all of them? Because all of them could score, and they're pacey too. But there are gonna be games this season where someone is gonna park 10 men behind the ball, right? Like the Getafes. They're gonna park 10 men behind the ball, and Barca will need a player who can break that, and that is how like break that inside the penalty area. That is when you would say, "Oh, Barca needs to get a number nine." Hamza might be starting those games to suck those guys in more, right? It's still a question, but against Elche came out firing on all cylinders. They had the gumption at home. Fine. You want to go toe to toe? Yeah. But we've just had an evidence that Glimpse may have a solution for that too. So let's see. But this game, I mean, the games where we overwhelmed the Bucks with just one striker, I think those days are fading away, man. Fermin is the chaos piece that'll just run through the middle, and I mean he scored 2 goals today, loving it. I mean I love the composure, and I just hope he keeps up that consistency and stay away from injuries, man. Because I think he's just coming off of one. So I mean everybody would talk about a brace, but I think he brings that tenacity to the team I love. It's just like Gavi. Right? Gavi brings that aggression. That's why he's probably hurt more often. But Fermin keeps appearing in spaces and scoring goals. I mean, he's not just sitting down in the midfield and trying to recycle possession after possession. No, he's coming into spaces, making the defense react. If they react, he passes it off. If they don't, he shoots and score. Constantly making sure the defense is being kept honest. Defense are going to worry about Adeyemi on the left and Rafinha in the middle as a striker and Yamal. Are they going to leave Fermin open most of the time? That's fine. He will get his goals. So let's see. I cannot wait, man. I am really excited. I mean, I think he can have a breakout season. He can crash a lot of the boxes and he score a lot of goals because of those guys on the outside that are going to create a lot of space for him. And while everybody's watching those guys, he comes in, crash the box, boom, scores 1, 2, 3. I mean, he could get hat tricks, braces, and hat tricks, sneaking in and getting easy tap ins. You know, and if he doesn't get hurt, I hope he stays healthy. I hope the entire squad stay healthy. You know, and we start to get the real Lamine Yamal back. He will come on. I'm not really worried about him though. So, and then not to talk of Gordon, who comes in unselfishly, perfect unselfish play, the right football play. He said, I mean, most players or some players, some egotistic players would have said, "Hey, it's 1-on-1, me and the keeper. Oh, I'm passing that. I mean, I'm shooting that, getting my first goal out the way." Nah, he made the right football play. He passes it off, and boom, and then another later, it's just It's just crazy. I mean, the pass to Rafinha was a bullet pass, and then the easy tapping to Fermin, crazy man. Pedri coming in, and make the game so smooth, better. Look at this pass too. This beautiful highlight. Oh, that should have been the three right there. Look at this bullet pass. One touch, bam. The unpredictability of this thing is going to be wicked. It's going to be so good. One touch. Send the keeper right side. Slide it left. We got lucky here. I mean, they still probably wouldn't have come back. But if that goes in, it's 3-1. Yes. They try to push out. They get killed. Oh boy, easy tackle. Look at the space. Left behind. Oh God, easy unselfish play. Easy unselfish play. See more Pedri give us something different. Give us something different. Adeyemi pace, Gordon pace. Look at this turn by Fermin. Composure. Easy tapping. And then when Roger comes in, gives us that passing IQ as well. Oh, our boys are going to be cooking. We're going to be cooking just like the Gardens. So we control tempo and passing with Pedri and the visual and the vision passing and pinpoint long balls from Rodri, Pedri. You guys probably seen those. Those memes. Rodri. Yeah, it's coming. I cannot wait, man. It's gonna be a pick your poison kind of thing going forward. I can't wait for the game on Thursday. First of all, Madrid tomorrow. Let's see. I cannot wait. All right. Here is what I'm watching for, though, right? I am a Barcelona fan, obviously. I am excited we won 5-0, but I'm not going to act like, everything was perfect, right? The first half, the first part of the first half was abysmal, right? Midfield had almost no control. It was just ping-ponging here and there. But when Pedri come in, the calm and the precision passing and death by 1,000 passes came back in. So it's Elche, I get it. Elche came out. Not all the teams will come out and go toe to toe. They were brave, but they got cut. Not every team is going to be that brave. It's how we break down, park the bus kind of teams. That's what I'm looking for, and taking advantage of that space and directness. That's what I'm looking for. We lost possessions. If we lose possessions against better teams, they're going to kill us. That's for sure. That we need to wipe out of the game. Adeyemi had some bad touches, and he got better in the second half. So, although Elche didn't have the quality to take advantage of their chances, they did have chances. A better team would have killed us. So, Barcelona is a team that I want to see attacking, but attack as a team and defend as a team. I want numbers forward. I want numbers to press. I want us to play high. It is great, but when we lose the ball, I want us to press as a team, not as individuals. Rafinha led the press, and I love it. So I know the season, the transfer market is about to close. So hopefully we'll see what the next moves are. But I think if we don't sign a striker, I will be fine, just as we are heading into the season. Maybe something good would come at the end of the year. So we will see. All right. Well, I will see how the game on Thursday goes, and we can go from there. All right. Beastie out.